One of the biggest reasons professionals and entrepreneurs hesitate to build a personal brand is the fear of looking too self-promotional or inauthentic. According to the 2025 Personal Branding Benchmark report by Jago, while most professionals recognize the value of personal branding, a significant portion struggle with execution, and many cite barriers like not knowing how to position themselves or fearing negative perception. This is echoed in recent Forbes coverage, which highlights that today's audiences value authenticity and trust, and that executives who are visible and genuine online build more credibility and business opportunities. I think what this research reveals is that there are several dangerous myths people believe about personal branding. And in this video, I want to share my perspective on why these myths are causing you opportunities you don't even know that you are missing. Alright, my name is Bo, and I've been studying successful entrepreneurs for years. And here's what I've noticed. The ones who seem to effortlessly attract opportunities, partnerships, and clients all have one thing in common. They've cracked the code on personal branding. But before we dive in, let me tell you something that might make you uncomfortable. The uncomfortable truth about your competition. Right now, while you're watching this video, there's someone in your industry who's probably less skilled than you, has fewer qualifications than you, maybe even delivers worse results than you, but they're getting opportunities that should be yours. They are speaking at conferences you should be invited to. They are landing clients you should be working with. They are building partnerships you should have access to. Why? Because they understand something you might not. In today's world, being good at what you do is just the entry fee. Everyone expects competence. What separates those who thrive from those who survive is how well they can communicate their value to the world. Myth number 1, personal branding is about self-promotion. Let's tackle the recent concern first. The biggest myth about personal branding is that it's about bragging or being self-promotional. This couldn't be further from the truth. Think about it this way. When you meet someone at a networking event and they immediately start telling you how amazing they are, how does that make you feel? Probably uncomfortable, right? That's not personal branding. That's just being obnoxious. Real personal branding is about becoming the person others think of when they have a problem you can solve. It's about being so associated with a particular expertise or approach that opportunities naturally flow your way. Alright, let's look at some examples that might surprise you. Gary Vaynerchuk built his brand around authenticity and hustle in the digital marketing space. But here's the thing, he didn't start by saying, "I'm the best marketer ever." He started by sharing his genuine thoughts about wine on a video blog. His personal brand emerged from consistently showing up as himself. Or consider Simon Sinek. His brand isn't just his TED Talk or his best-selling books. His brand is about inspiring people to find their why. That clear message has led to consulting with global organizations, keynote speeches, and a movement around purpose-driven leadership that extends far beyond his original platform. Why this matters more than ever. Here's what's happening in business right now that makes personal branding absolutely critical. We're living in the most crowded marketplace in human history. There are nearly 35 million small businesses in the US as of 2025. Whatever industry you are in, you're competing not just with local competitors, but with people around the world. In this environment, being just another service provider isn't enough. People don't buy from companies anymore. They buy from people they know, like, and trust. Your personal brand is what creates that know, like, and trust factor at scale. But here's the part that most people miss. Your personal brand exists whether you actively build it or not. Right now, people have an impression of you based on your LinkedIn profile, your website, how you show up in meetings, what you post on social media. The question isn't whether you have a personal brand, it's whether you're intentionally shaping it or letting it happen by accident. Myth number 2, personal branding is superficial. Another common myth is that personal branding is all about logos, color schemes, and looking pretty on Instagram. This surface level thinking is exactly why most people's branding efforts fail. Your personal branding isn't your logo. It's not your headshots. It's not even your bio. Your personal brand is a feeling people get when they think about you. It's the problems they associate with you. It's the solutions they expect from you. Think about Steve Jobs. His personal brand wasn't his black turtleneck, though that became part of it. His brand was innovation, simplicity, and design excellence. Even years after his death, that brand continues to influence Apple and the entire tech industry. Or consider Pat Flynn. His brand isn't flashy logos or aggressive sales tactics. He's built his reputation on transparency and helping others succeed in online business. By openly sharing his successes and failures, he's attracted a loyal community best-selling books, and speaking gigs, all rooted in trust. The hidden cost of not having a clear personal brand. Here's what's really scary. Every day you don't have a clear personal brand, you're losing opportunities you'll never even know about. Someone is choosing your competitor over a speaking gig because they are better known in the space. A potential client is going with someone else because they seem more established. A partnership opportunity is going to someone who's more visible in the industry. This isn't just about marketing. This is about your entire career trajectory. Research shows that entrepreneurs and executives with strong personal brands see significantly higher trust and engagement from their audiences. For example, companies with 4 or more active executive leaders experience 38% more digital impact, and content shared by business leaders get 3 times more comments and twice the engagement compared to standard company posts. Building a strong personal brand also makes you far more likely to attract new opportunities, partnerships, and speaking invitations, thanks to increased visibility and credibility. But here's the thing that really matters. It's not just about getting more opportunities, it's about getting better opportunities. When you have a strong personal brand, you stop chasing clients and start attracting them. You stop competing on price and start commanding premium rates. You stop being one of many options and start being the obvious choice. Myth number 3, you need to be an expert to start building your brand. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They think they need to be the world's leading expert before they can start sharing their thoughts or building their brand. This is completely backwards. Your personal brand isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about being useful to the people you want to serve. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know more than the people you are trying to help. Think about it this way. There are millions of people who are exactly one step behind you in your journey. Whatever challenge you overcame last year, there are people facing that same challenge right now. Whatever skill you developed 6 months ago, there are people trying to develop that same exact skill today. Your personal brand can be built around sharing that journey, those lessons, those insights. Even if you're not the world's foremost expert. In fact, sometimes being too much of an expert makes you less relatable, not more. The compound effect of personal branding. Here's what happens when you start building your personal brand consistently. It compounds. Every piece of content you create, every conversation you have, every value you provide builds on the previous ones. In month 1, maybe 50 people see your content. In month 3, maybe it's 200 people. By month 6, you might have 1,000 people who recognize your name in your industry. By year 2, you could be the person everyone thinks of when your topic comes up. But here's a crucial part. This compound effect only works if you start. Every day you wait is a day your competitors are building their brands while you're staying invisible. The real reason people avoid personal branding. Let's be honest about what's really going on here. The real reason most people don't build their personal brand isn't because they don't see the value. It's because they are afraid. They are afraid of being judged. They are afraid of putting themselves out there and being criticized. They're afraid of not being perfect. They're afraid someone will point out that they are not the world's leading expert. But here's what successful entrepreneurs understand. That fear never goes away. The only way through it is to start anyway. Every successful personal brand started with someone being scared but doing it anyway. And here's the thing about that fear. It's actually a good sign. It means you care. It means you're taking it seriously. But you can't let that fear stop you from building something that could transform your entire career. Myth number 4, personal branding takes too much time. This is the myth that kills more personal brands than any other. The belief that building your brand requires hours every day creating content, posting on social media, and networking constantly. This thinking assumes that personal branding is separate from your regular business activities. But the truth is, your personal brand should be integrated into everything you're already doing. Every client call is an opportunity to demonstrate your expertise. Every industry event you attend is a chance to share your perspective. Every problem you solve for a client is content you could share. With permission, of course. The most effective personal branding happens when you start seeing every business interaction as a brand building opportunity. You're not adding hours to your day. You're being more intentional about the hours you're already spending. The 5-minute daily practice that changes everything. Here's a simple framework you can use. Spend just 5 minutes each day documenting one insight, lesson, or observation from your work. That's it. Not creating polished content, not writing long articles, just capturing one useful thought. Maybe it's a mistake you helped a client avoid. Maybe it's a pattern you're noticing in your industry. Maybe it's a simple tip that could save someone time or money. Over the course of a year, that's 365 insights. That's more valuable content than most people create in their entire careers. And it all came from 5 minutes a day of paying attention to what you're already doing, what this actually looks like in practice. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say you are a financial consultant. Instead of just helping your clients with their taxes and moving on, you start noticing patterns. You realize that 80% of small business owners make the same 3 accounting mistakes. You could turn that observation into a LinkedIn post, a short video, or a simple infographic. You are not claiming to be the world's greatest accountant, you're just sharing something useful you have noticed. That one piece of content positions you as someone who understands common business challenges. Other business owners see it and think, this person gets it. Some of them reach out. Some of them become clients. Some of them refer their friends. All because you took 5 minutes to share something you already knew. The network effect of personal branding. Here's something most people don't realize. Building your personal brand doesn't just attract clients, it attracts other professionals who want to work with you. When you are known for something specific, other experts in complementary fields want to partner with you. They want to refer clients to you. They want to collaborate on projects. This network effect multiplies the impact of your personal brand far beyond what you could achieve alone. You become part of an ecosystem of professionals who support each other's growth. Your personal brand is your career insurance. Here's something that should keep you up at night. If your business disappears tomorrow, how long will it take for you to rebuild? If you lost all your clients, how quickly could you attract new ones? If the answer is I have no idea, then you need a personal brand. Your personal brand is your career insurance. It's an asset that travels with you regardless of what happens to your current business situation. Economic downturns happen. Industries get disrupted. Companies fail. But your personal brand, your reputation, your network, your expertise, that stays with you. It's the one business asset that no one can take away from you. The simple framework to get started. So, how do you actually start building a personal brand? Here's a simple framework. First, define what you want to be known for. Not everything you can do, but the one thing you want to be the go-to person for. This becomes your brand focus. Second, identify your audience. Who are the people you want to serve? What problems do they have that you can solve? Third, start sharing. One insight, one tip, one observation at a time. Consistency beats perfection every time. Fourth, engage authentically. Personal branding isn't broadcasting, it's conversation. Respond to comments, ask questions, be genuine, interested in helping people. The truth is, building a personal brand isn't complicated. It's just about being consistently helpful in public. It's about sharing what you know with people who need to know it. Your personal brand is happening whether you're intentional about it or not. The question is, are you going to let it happen by accident, or are you going to take control and build something that serves your goals? The entrepreneurs who are getting the opportunities you wish you had aren't necessarily better than you. They're just more visible, more intentional, and more consistent about sharing their value with the world. Your expertise is valuable. Your perspective matters. Your experience can help others. But none of that matters if nobody knows about it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Stop waiting until you have all the answers. Start building your personal brand today and watch how it transforms not just your business, but your entire career. The world needs what you have to offer. But first, you need to let them know you exist. If this video was helpful, you can check out my personal branding mastery linked down below. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.